Hi guys, so I'm gonna read the Hugo Strange story in Batman #1. So this is where the monster men first appear. So the Batman, already an almost legendary figure, the cowled shadow of the Batman prowls through the night, preying upon the criminal parasite, like the winged creature whose name he had adopted. While an innocent metropolis sleeps, little does it realize that the huge, terrifying man-monsters shall soon stalk the streets and bring them havoc and destruction. And little does Bruce Wayne suspect that fate shall touch his shoulder and single him out as the one to do battle with these monsters, as he goes forth clad in the garb of the weird and menacing Batman. Not long ago, the Batman had seen the arch-criminal Professor Hugo Strange imprisoned, and yet, one of you men get, or one of you men get the warden. Will you use him as a shield? Okay, Strange. Once more, Professor Hugo Strange is free to carry out the next diabolical schemes. Extra, Professor Strange escapes in prison break. The next night, the Metropolis insane asylum. Wait, they've called the so I guess Metropolis. So Batman's in the same city as Superman, I guess, or in this issue, it says anyway. Yeah, obviously he's not. Obviously he's not. He's in Gotham, but or in New York too, because they mentioned Manhattan. But yeah, I guess in this season, try anyway. Get them out quickly. Good, good. Oh God. Oh, they're like. Oh, okay. Goody, goody. Oh, goo. Come on, nuts. Yeah, that's not very nice. That's offensive to people with mental disabilities. That night, the home of Bruce Wayne. Flash, a guard identified Professor Strange as the leader of the men who freed the 5 insane patients from the city insane asylum. Insane men, criminal maniacs, and Strange can only add up to one thing: something new in crime, something very fantastic and terrible. Very terrible. A month later, a crowded street in lower Manhattan. Suddenly, a woman stops and screams in fright. Ah, look! Help! What is it? It isn't human! Uh, towering up a full 15 feet, a gigantic hulk looms above them, huge and terrible. Help! A monster! We'll all be killed! Yeah, so the design of the monster men reminds me of Scarecrow and Batman, the final season of Batman the Animated Series. I think they might have based it off this design, actually, I don't know. That's what Scarecrow kind of looks like. The horrible creature begins its wave of destruction. Help! What is it? Bullets thud into the beast, but this only maddens him. Look, bullets don't even stop him. He's still living. The enraged beast seems to go mad. The people are panic-stricken. Help! Run for your lives! As more police run up, the monster rips up a lamppost. The monster wields the weapon with terrible effect. Suddenly, as police cars appear, the monster lumbers toward a truck idling nearby. There he goes, towards the truck. Step on it. The police car starts in pursuit. As the police draw near, the monster hurls something at the car. There is a shattering roar as the object hits the police car. That night, and the monster made good his escape by bombing the police car, the people. It could be the work of only one man, Strange. If I know Professor Strange, there will be more of them to come. I must stop him. Again the next day the monster appears. Help! It's tearing down the hill. They'll all be killed. As police again pursue, they meet the same fate as those the day before. Boom. But high above, that truck should lead me straight into the hideout of Hugo Strange. Well, it looks like the end of my search. A few minutes later. The door suddenly swings open, revealing the dark interior. What the? It looks like a trap, but I've got a chance to it. The Batman cautiously steps inside, failing to notice huge hands. Suddenly, the light flashes on. The Batman is in the hands of the monsters. Good evening, gentlemen. Okay. Then a voice. Cut, and very neatly, too. I expected to see your ugly face around here. I had a hunch you were behind this. We meet again, Professor Strange. Now that you've got me, I don't suppose I'll live very long. Grant me a dying man's request and tell me how you've created these monsters and why. With the greatest of pleasure, my dear Batman. If you will look closely, you will recognize their pictures in the papers. They are the escaped lunatics. And these are are monsters. I made them so. I discovered an extract which speeds up the growth glands. I inject this fluid into a normal man. The sudden growth not only distorts the body, but also the brain, and soon he is a monster. I have sent out a monster in the clothes of bulletproof material, so that the public and the police may be acquainted with him tomorrow. I shall send out 2 monsters. While the police are concerned with them, my men will loot the banks. Clever, isn't it? You know, at times I am amazed by my own genius. An evil genius, Strange. Remove his belt of gas capsules. I want no escape. I am going to inject this fluid into you. You, dear Batman, ought to be a monster. A monster! Ah. The Batman struggles mightily, but the monsters hold him firm. You fiend. That is no way to talk to your master. Soon you will be a monster and obey me as they do. Prepare to meet your fate. The deadly needle plunges deep into the arm of Batman. Done. Observe the clock, Batman. It is exactly 6 o'clock at night. The serum takes 18 hours before it works at precisely noon. Tomorrow the serum would take effect. Ah. A massive fist crashes against the Batman's jaw. Then blackness. Then the Batman sees. Now remember, 3 men take a monster. 1 truck will go by Daly Avenue, and the other by Post Road. Now get going, and no slip-ups. Don't worry, Strange. Those banks are good as open right now. Hours later. Wow, what hit me? The clock. It says almost 11:15. I've been unconscious almost 18 hours. It's almost time for the serum to work. I've got to get out of here. They took my belt, but they didn't know about my boot heels. By mixing some chemicals I have on them, I can make it explosive. The trucks have gone with 2 of the monsters, so that at least gives me a chance. A moment later, that does it. Boom. What? You out? Yes, and so are you. The powerful blow sends Strange out to fall to the murky waters below. I wonder if this is really the end of Professor Hugo Strange. Meanwhile, the time is flying. It must be almost time for the serum to work. I've got to stop it. Suddenly a door opens, and there 3 monsters. The rest of the monsters! The Batman spies the long pole used to open the skylight. There's still a chance. Although your bulletproof clothing protects you from bullets, it doesn't do from this. The Batman tries from the knob in the skylight. If this doesn't catch, then I'll catch it from the monsters. The hook catches and, big boy, here I come. I bet you're surprised. As the enraged Colossus limbers forward, the Batman deftly thrusts the pole between his legs and pulls hard. I hope this works. As the monsters collide, they immediately become enraged and stare at each other with hate in their eyes. All thoughts of the Batman are forgotten as the maddened beasts fiercely engage in heated battle. It worked, and now I've got to work fast to stop the serum. I just got 5 minutes. It is a macabre scene as the Batman frantically mixes a compound so that he may not become like the maddened monsters which battle around him. The compound will act as an antidote and stop any excess action from the growth glands. There, it's in. I've beaten Hugo Strange by a single minute. They've killed each other, as I hoped they would. They are now dead. The two that still live are on those tracks. One is in the Daily Avenue, and the other on Post Road, and I can still catch them. I know they're like mental, but yeah, I don't know if Batman can actually cure them or not, because I mean they're deformed now. I remember in the Batman Monster Man, I don't think he could cure them in that one. So I mean, yeah, the only way to kind of get rid of them is unfortunately they have to die, because I mean they're just rampaging monsters. If there is no way to cure them, so I don't know though. Maybe they should have made us in the story made him cure the monster men, but anyway, a moment later the bat plane rises into the air. The post road first. On the post road, it won't be long now. What a cinch! The monkey in the bank in the back starts a ride. Wait, is that like a slur? I know. Yeah. Anyway, kills a few people and we crack a bank. A sweet racket. But out of the sky, spitting death, the Batman. Much as I hate to take human life, I'm afraid this time it's necessary. So Batman just killed somebody. Batman just killed two of the drivers. The bullet takes their toll. The truck crashes into a tree. As the monster rises, the steel-like rope of the Batman loops about his neck. Yeah, I mean, they can't cure them. I don't think he can cure them, so I mean, that's kind of the only way. It's pretty cruel though, but the rising Batplane jerks the monster from the ground. I've roped steers before, but you're much more deadly. The giant tries to break the ever-tightening rope. A few moments later, he's probably better off this way. Okay, that's really cruel saying that. But now I'll cut this fellow down and then go to Daily Avenue for the last monster. I'm in time. There's the truck now. From the back of the truck, help, the monster is back. As the monster gazes up to the black bat plane, he seems to realize it meant to do him harm. He must get up to do battle. The crazed beast, seeing the building rear high in the air, thinks he can reach the bat plane that way. The insane monster starts to climb the tower. Up he climbs, and finally the top. The bulletproof clothes protect the monster. If bullets don't stop him, I know what will. This time, the Batplane gas pellets. As the gas take effect, the monster once more sees the Batplane, shakes his hand defiantly, and then topples off to his doom. There goes the last of the monsters. Yet I have a feeling that the biggest monster of them all, Professor Hugo Strange, still lives. Perhaps we shall meet again. Perhaps. The Batman appearing in every month in Detective Comics, so I think this story was meant to be in Detective Comics, but it was never published for some reason. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that would be appreciated. And I'll see you guys later.